cape. Use these green scissors, dull with age. They're all hills and holes in the ocean's cage. Reality and insanity are just about the same, 'cause a magic marker smile comes off in the rain. Won't choose and never lose, where set the pace. As I heard, the Lamb won second place. Won't choose and never lose, where set the pace. Then I knew the Lamb won second place. Your advertisement is going on my forehead. I've got a brand new, a king size what a bed. Stories of his life are short and stale, looking like some old bread swinging from a nail. I lie awake and I lie in my sleep. The truth to be told, the truth I keep. Come on in, she said, have a drink or a look. We got the dogs here like chapters in a book. Half of my life I've had to carry a knife to cut all the ties trying to hold me down. As the knife gets used, it's my life I abuse. I'm not sure if you're gonna want me hanging around. My wallet's thin from all of the sin that I thought would show me how to be free. I fell too fast, trying to forget the past, instead of looking at what's ahead of me. My eyes are open, show me what I can't see. I'll never tell anyone I watch myself come undone. I don't believe in myself, and now I put my confidence back on the shelf. She said, I don't need this forever, but just until I die. I said, I know exactly how you feel. I had to tell her a lie. The sun's in my eyes, sunglasses can't disguise all the loneliness in my heart. If I stayed awake for a few weeks straight, do you think it would be alright or fall apart? Just ask a friend where it could end, and she will tell you it's hard to say. Did I miss my chance for this one to dance, or can I move all night this way? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? I'll never tell anyone I watch myself come undone. I don't believe in myself, and now I put my confidence back on the shelf. She said, I don't need this forever, just until I die. I said, I know exactly how you feel. I
Spaghetti Fest Radio, episode 9 of season 7. This is your host, Mickey Glago, and that was Intense City. We are celebrating a little bit of one Kai Eason's birthday from over the weekend, and I said I would pre-roll that just to give a little honor to that group. They sounded great back then. Look at that. That was their demo, I guess, or first album. It would be an EP, I guess. There was 4 songs on there, and we got about 3 of them in, and this is getting close towards the end of the season, but we will have a season 8 come soon enough, as we have big plans, things coming, as we are going to be joining forces with some other fun radio programs here in the fall. Get you through phase 2. We don't want to call that. No, we got to get you through just whatever life really is. We are here to enjoy music tonight, to do our typical fill in the blank games, to talk about some funny news, and to get us by. I had an eventful weekend of sportsing the best way I could, and learning to win and lose all in one weekend. I'll tell you more about it later. We do have to enjoy some music, and that is why we are jumping right into the vault. And what we're going to listen to, well, I mean, you're going to recognize it as soon as you hear it. I know you will. I just need us to get in the right vibe. This is Michael Glubicki from the Uprooted album.
I would like to reach out my hand, say, tell you to run. Nobody say, nobody Well, pick me up with golden hand, say, tell you to run. Nobody say, nobody Well, I would like to hold my little hand. How we will run, how we will crawl, we will. I would like to hold my little hand. How we will run, how we will crawl. Send me on my way, send me on my way. Send me on my way, 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 send me on my way. Out my hand, say, tell you to run. Nobody say, nobody Well, pick me up with golden hand, say, tell you to run. Nobody say, nobody How we will run, how we will crawl, we will. I would like to hold my little hand. How we will run, how we will crawl. Send me on my way, send me on my way, send me on my way. How we will run, how we will crawl, we will. I would like to hold my little hand. How we will run, how we will crawl. me on my way. Send me on my way. Send me on my way. And I'm away. Send me on my way. Send me on my way. I would like to reach out my hand, say, tell you to run. Nobody say, nobody
Spaghetti Fest Radio. This is Street Legals about to pop on here. If you wonder the Street Legal connection, Beckstoffer, hand percussion, Spaghetti Fest sound man.
I love, for instance, the place and time we find each other so well. Chances are too far away for this occasion to be coincidence. I believe in life. I believe in you. Your eyes stay glowing even when you're not here. It's like a star and shines above for everyone, everywhere. Time may be careless to separate and bring us back again, and I may have been a little foolish to come on too strong, baby, not enough. Memories of you are not old, breath still fresh. I believe in trying again. I believe in you. The idea of your touch and what it may bring to life, how it may fill us with the flood of grace, of grace. Thursday, Friday is here. Blur of a weekend next week appears. November's coming, December's near. Before we know it, it's another year. But I just wanna know how we're doing. And it's a shame we have to play this game. Our friendship is rusting and needs readjusting, okay? It used to be just you and me. Oh, but now when I call, it always starts with an apology. I used to think I could call you anytime. 4 o'clock in the morning, now that's just fine. But things have been changing, furniture rearranging, and the distance between us is growing as we're aging. But I just wanna know how we're doing. And it's a shame we have to play this game. Our friendship is rusting and needs readjusting, okay? It used to be just you and me. Ah, but now when I call, it always starts with an apology. Yeah, but now when I call, it always starts with an apology. Now when I call, it always starts with an apology.
Oh, pull at my heartstrings, Mr. Ryan Villanueva. That song is called It's a Shame. And for any of you guys who are keeping track of what I was posting earlier today about how I was going to dive into the vault, I have been saying it all season. I was going to go into the vault and I was going to bust out some cool stuff that people might not have heard. It could be from people you've heard on Spaghetti Fest Radio as part of our family and our whole stem of affairs, but even stuff like that Street Legal track. Street Legal was a band from the DC area in the early 2000s with very talented musicians in the group. And although they did not play Spaghetti Fest, I do have their demo for submitting to Spaghetti Fest for the event. They just didn't get on that year that they were submitting, but our good friend John Beckstoffer was playing hand percussion with the group way back. And John Beckstoffer is one of our engineers at the event. So very exciting to be able to tell these stories and express all these awesome connections. But another great connection is that previously on the show, I have shared music from bands that were in the region when Midnight Spaghetti either started or groups that we met from neighboring regions like Charlottesville. And in this case, we used to play with a group called Moneypenny, and their bass player Tripper was in our band for a while. And shout out to Tripper, you're an awesome guy. And this is not a Moneypenny track we're going to play, but what we are going to do is we're going to share a band that they introduced us to because they were playing with them in Charlottesville, and they were called Sun Domingo. So if all goes well, we got some Sun Domingo for you. You guys have never heard Sun Domingo on here before. No one's ever heard of them before until now, So here we go with the great Sun Domingo band, as we are hoping we will see. We've tried very hard for Sun Domingo. They don't seem to want to be a part of our party. Well, We will have to come back on that one because after I talked them up, we weren't hearing it, were we? Well, that is unfortunate. So we will move on to another good track, which is going to be a quick Mas Picante from Midnight Spaghetti.
Más picante, por favor, una vida sin sabor. Cuando se quiera su amor. Más picante, por favor. Hey, más picante, por favor, una vida sin sabor. Cuando se quiera su amor. Más picante, por favor. Hey, más picante.
Oh, yeah, a little bit of Mas Picante. We were going to try to see where that would go. Maybe buy us time after my long speech of San Domingo. But, you know, the thing was with Mas Picante, that one was actually originally performed with Alpine Recess, my first band in college. And then Midnight Spaghetti had a little fun. That was Seth Kasana, old lead singer, good friend, and guy who started the band with me. And he was singing that one and putting a lot of fun and effort into it and all. So that is historically one from the vault for sure. Here's something else that's cool from the vault. Every long time ago, we had this little fun stuff for you guys.
What's up, party people? This is Ryan Hale. You are listening to the fine sounds of Midnight Spaghetti Live Vault. Keep the sump alive. Ow!
Yeah, Ryan with the shout out and the Somf machine. And that little beat machine that he was playing on there for Somf is perfect to go as a background to his voice there, which is that groove. And the Somf beat started off developing in Canada in a bus station while we were waiting for our trip out of Montreal back to Tremblant. And I'll have to get Ryan on so we could have a good storytelling night like that to tell you guys further of what happened that evening. We might have some some cooperation here with our friends. Of course, Sun Domingo is ready here.
Students who are performing here tonight, but we have
We've got Sun Domingo
Ricky Knight
from their Hot Little Room album. Hot Little Room.
Sometimes you get so nervous when you're suddenly alone, baby. I can't really blame you. If I could be the crack that tumbles everything you built, baby, I don't want to go home to sleep in my hot little room alone. Go home to sleep in my hot little room alone. 600 pair of dirty sunglasses, all those looks that somebody's forgotten. Oh, let my words tickle your insides between your toes, baby. Close your eyes, go home to sleep in my hot little room alone. Go home to sleep in my hot little room alone. Go home to sleep in my hot little room alone. Go home to sleep in my hot little room alone. Regenerating on repeat, your sweetness, you're my secret addiction. I'm breaking up and moving toward you. I'm in love and I don't want to go home to sleep in my hot little room alone. Go home to sleep in my hot little room alone. Go home to sleep in my hot little room alone. Go home to sleep in my hot little room alone.
Yes, that was worth the wait. There's Sun Domingo, great singers. It was a three-piece. So first time I saw them, they were playing actually a show with us and Moneypenny, and they opened up with Roundabout. This is more Sun Domingo from that same album.
She is humility, machine that blinds my eyes are full. She shines and she reflects the sticky sun that binds my afternoons. Come on now, the race has already begun. Did you just misplace the battles you have fought and won? She is a crunching rock, mechanical and grace rhythmically. She shines and she reflects the sticky sun that paints her face my afternoon. roads have never been the same. Come on now, the race has already begun. Did you just misplace the battles you have fought? Full out stand, a breaking point. She shines as she reflects this lust for life. My eyes are full and open wide. She's satisfied across the line. Come on now, the race has already begun. Did you just misplace you have won? Come on now, the race has already begun. The sun that paints your face, the smell of rain to come. And these words have been poised upon my tongue for so long, and the pounding of the earth is the sound of this song, while the rats in the race learn to jump the gun. Nothing can replace the battles you have fought and won.
That is Sun Domingo, everybody. Wow, some back-to-back great songwriters. We squeezed in there a little comical one of Mas Picante, but I love how that went with the Mas Picante, then Sun Domingo, and, just all the great choice. Ryan Villanueva, who lived in Chile for a while. We are connecting the dots tonight in many ways that we can. So I have to say, that was some great music by Sun Domingo. So I hear that there's in the weird news this an Israeli jeweler selling a gold coronavirus mask for a mere 1.5 million. All right, now I love it. And not how expensive it is, but I love somebody thinking proactively. Someone needs a mask, and everybody deserves the right mask as long as they wear one. So you wear a cheap one or an expensive one or whatever you got to do to get that mask on you. But my question is you got $1.5 million. All right, that's a decent amount of money. But when you have like a lot of money to spend on a mask, that means that you have probably more than $1.5 million put away somewhere because you're willing to just buy it on a gold mask if you're going to spend it. It might just be to make the news and have people like me talk about it. But I do wonder. I called AAA to get my old, wonderful, faithful car towed away today because, it decided it didn't want to get quite to 300,000 miles. But when it got towed, I was talking to AAA, And that lady even said on the phone she would love to have her own island to get away from all of this with no worries. Well, with $1.5 million, do you need a mask if you could just put yourself in the right situation with the right storage of food and just socially distance with a lot of comfort? Is that better and then just use regular mask? I wonder or ask you all. I mean, if I had 1.5 million, what kind of mask? I'd have to say, no Pearl Jam mask or anything that I like would be enough. Let me just tell you that. But that is quite a deal for someone if they are willing to buy it. I hope it's anonymous because people are going to hate that person. But how does it go anonymous if you're walking around with a $1.5 million gold mask on out in public at the grocery store and places? Okay, so that is my funny news. I like that sound. Yeah. All right, so we have a little more stuff like that to share with you. But we continue because we've been making it a party tonight, and I've got from the vault some good stuff, some really good stuff. Here it is. It's Blue Mountain Groove from February 24th, 2004, Main Street Bar and Grill, which is now Clementine's space in Harrisonburg. Significance of that date is that is when we host, right around then, the Midnight Spaghetti birthday parties. Members of Blue Mountain Groove, after that date, around 2005, guitarist Eric and drummer Daniel joined Midnight Spaghetti. Can't make this shit up. Yeah, yow is the right answer. That was good stuff. Oh man, you got it. I mean, Blue Mountain Groove always kicked ass, but that was straight up a three-piece again. We have a three-piece going on in the theme. And if we're going to talk about groups that were in some way affiliated with sound engineers, I got to give props to one of my favorite sound engineers in the town, Jason Misterka, who actually was one of the founding members of Blue Mountain Groove. Was not in that recording, but he was in the original lineup of Blue Mountain Groove as a steel player. And Eric Kallio, the wonderful guitarist that you were listening to right there, one of my all-time favorite guitarists of my peers. Listening to Eric Kallio play the guitar is a great experience, a lot of fun, and playing beside him on stage when jamming is contagious. He has a lot of love for what he does and what he plays, and you can hear it, and he just sounds like a beast when he plays the guitar. I love that guy. But he also was our bass player. So one of my favorite guitarists in all the bands that I knew. But when he joined Midnight Spaghetti, he took on the job as Midnight Spaghetti's bass player, and Daniel Greenberg joined on drums. And we always say we absorbed Blue Mountain Groove, but the one thing is that we actually were really big fans of Blue Mountain Groove. My 21st birthday, I talked on the show before, was celebrated at a place called Fat Tuesdays, where they were the house band for several weeks, and that's where we met them, and that's where our friendship sparked. So cheers to Blue Mountain Groove, Eric Kallio out there in Portland getting it done. So I'm going to have to dig up some Spaghetti Fest 2 audio one of these days so we can get the Daniel Greenberg I Just Don't Know tracks. For any of you that were there at Spaghetti Fest 2, well, then we know that you definitely date back as far as I do, at least. So, excellent. Some people actually were, like, for example, I believe that was like Sally was in high school from the Judy Chops when she came to Spaghetti Fest 2. That's exciting. Wow. Well, got to keep on digging deep. And I posted an old picture earlier this week. I mean, I said old picture. I literally posted a picture from a show while Midnight Spaghetti was on tour, and we look younger then. And we had a good buddy named Brad Frost who played bass with Genghis Khan and the Tornadoes. And they were another Virginia band, although Brad is from Pittsburgh. And we needed somebody to go on a tour with us that we were going to do. It was a little winter run that we had set up, and a good run of shows, a good time. I believe it was a winter run. Could have been summer. Don't even remember now. I probably will have to look back at that picture to tell you because we were wearing suits no matter what. But the pictures are great from that run. I think it was winter. But we posted the pictures from there, and it made me date back to Nectar's. And I was thinking just about all the great shows Midnight Spaghetti played at Nectar's, which is really Fish's stomping grounds. But because of what they established up there and what the town of Burlington, Vermont represents in the expressive music scene, we always loved having an opportunity to play there and get some gravy fries through a window and enjoy ourselves. And stay in the university suites. And anyone who's listening who's ever done that with us, Kevin, if you're listening, because you were always with us for all that, as you always are, then this dates back to 7/16/2013. I have no clue what's going to come up because this is diving into the vault for Midnight Spaghetti Party Baggage in 2013. All right, this is live from Nectar's in Burlington, Vermont. Shout out to Alex, our good buddy, Alex Budney, who's playing his heart out up in there and booked us all those years in that place. We love him, man.
shake it. Because I seen you here before.
Last year, you had an afro. You were looking so good.
I've been thinking about you naked.
About you naked, yeah.
Your reflection on the floor. It's that shimmy that you give me.
That you give me,
Yeah, leave me coming back for more.
I'll be here same time, same bad channel. Next year. Oh yeah.
You're the best that I ever had.
Oh yeah.
Been warm and oh so glad.
Oh yeah.
The next time we're in the zone.
Oh yeah.
Oh, won't you please leave your baggage at home? Leave your baggage at home. 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 My phone books all are empty because you never pay the bill.
I never paid a bill. You know I never paid a bill.
Oh, I call but you won't let me
You won't let me in.
because you're never standing still.
You just stand still for 1 second.
When I saw you in the bayou,
Never back you in.
let's quit and hit the hills. You were the best that I ever had.
Oh yeah.
Been warm and oh so glad.
Oh yeah.
The next time we're in the zone.
Oh yeah.
Won't you please leave your baggage at home? Leave your baggage at home. 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 Leave your baggage at home.
Sipping on the bottle of black and tan living bravado. Rocking the hood and poncho, stacking up my avocado. Meaning my money green is avocado. Believe me, my chicks will follow me, capping me up and trying to eat my paso. I'm in the building, baby, not paying the bouncer either. Smooth as Saturday fever, dancing to the beat and ether. Rubbing on Singerita, Maria, good to meet ya. Cinema colors get reminding me of Lisa. She turned around and put that J-Lo, but I put my Pete on. Beating the era with that Billy D, I'm trying to see ya. You know what the game plan? We running the train, man. We running the same, man. Hate to be hating, but we give a fuck about you. We going down in the book, using Piranha Picasso. Conceited like Camacho. Defeated is the possible. Long as not in my blood, I put that on a stack of Bible. Every day alone, I'm always on my zone. And yo, I strong alone, so leave your baggage at home. Yeah, yeah, so leave your baggage at home. I stay on my own, stay in my zone, leave it at home. So leave it at home. So leave it at home.
Leave it at home, we all got our baggage. Leave it at home, we all got our baggage. Leave it at home, we all got our baggage. Leave it at home, we all got our baggage. Leave it at home, we all got our baggage. Leave it at home, we all got our baggage. Leave it at home, we all got our baggage. Leave it at home, we all so glad.
Oh yeah.
The next time we're in the zone.
Oh yeah.
Won't you please leave your baggage at home? Good evening. We are Midnight Spaghetti and the Chocolate G-Strings, back at one of our favorite venues. We are from Virginia, Philadelphia, New York, everywhere you name it, we got people in it.
That was Aspi from Live at Nectar's in Burlington, 7/16/2013. We've had so many wonderful times up there, and I'm already initiating the concept of figuring out how we can get back up to the lovely town. I used to really actually just, every time we went up there, I would bolt in the morning to just walk around Church Street and all the other cool places that are in that town. Burlington is one hip place, man. All right, shout out to all our friends. I'll start talking about that. But another Danny in the band was in that show. You could hear Danny Tamborelli in the first track. So bonus. And I believe that one had Matt Ellis in his early days of playing with Midnight Spaghetti and Scott Vejdani in the Northern Tour parts, because Scott had then moved to Somerville. And by moving to Somerville, our great sax player Scott was then in position to perform in all of our shows around Johnny D's and all the cool places up north. So lots of fun there. Shout out to some people listening tonight. Neff, what's up, man? Kevin, what's up? Becky, I know you're out there. Some people who have been listening and dedicated. And we got TP Paul, who's on the mend and doing a lot better, I believe. And a fellow gardener out there. He's a cool guy. So I hope you're doing well, Paul. And we know that you're listening out there, or I hope you are. We've been playing some fun tunes tonight. And since you all are ready and so attentive and ready to play, then what I can do is we can now read the fill in the blanks. You know what I did is I got a real snare drum so it could sound like real stuff. You notice that? Oh, yeah, that's some studio magic right there. That's all we needed. So, without further ado, I will read the fill in the blanks, which, oh man, I know you guys know how to play this game, but I have to explain it to everybody who does this. We know, but the fill in the blanks is a game where you have a blank and a word and a word and a blank, or a question or a phrase. They're getting into more like that lately because we're running out of so many blanks to do. It's more funny questions and games. And we get about 7 of them every episode. And you're going to give us your answers. Now, as many can explain, there's many avenues to reach out to people on the interweb. Thank you, Al Gore Rhythm. But all you got to do is submit your answers on YouTube, on the Spaghetti Fest channel. If you're watching that, just give us your answers and we will read them when it's reading the answers time. Or you can go to the Spaghetti Fest radio page, which you're probably on right now, and make sure you're on the radio tab page so you can scroll down to the bottom where there's a field for you to give us your answers separated by commas so we know which answers are what. And they'll send them to us and we'll get that all ready to go. You can also shoot us a message on Instagram or Facebook, and we'll be looking for that stuff right before we read them. We want you guys to do whatever it takes. And, if you can, get a bike messenger or something. Well, right now, social distancing, I don't know about a bike messenger, but whatever it takes, get us the message, get us your answers. We will try to read them. Otherwise, you're going to hear stuff I'm coming up with only, and maybe a couple other participants out. No, actually, we get some really good answers. So let's get everybody involved. What a day. Some fill in the blanks here. Here we go. Well, I deserve that one more chance to give you a little something. Oh, yeah. All right. I hope it didn't bust your ears. We have the fill in the blanks game for 810, number 1. Blank was once blank, but now it is blank. So, that actually makes a lot of mathematical sense. Blank was once blank, but now it is blank. Number 2. You got some balls to say that to me. Name many famous Pauls. We've done this, the name game. We've had this happen before. Just, name somebody. So, just do that. All right. And now, number 3, cereal slogans. Name as many cereal slogans you can and any variations you remember people saying. Example, tricks are for kids, dicks are for kids. Yes, they're not, and we don't condone dicks being for kids. You do understand that's what kids do. They say stupid things that rhyme. So we had to give the answer. Get over it, okay? All right? And now... oh, yeah, my favorite little sample right there. You got to get the didgeridoo ready for number 4. I'm going to make that a thing. Number 4 and my mystery theme. As the theme is always revealed later on some of these multi-answer questions, letter A, name 3 animals that can either run, swim, or fly. Anything with mobility, really, and direction. Your first name and the last things you've had delivered to your home. 3 things, please. All right, that is number 4, the didgeridoo dance. I don't know why I said it that way. The didgeridoo dance groove of number 4 multi-question. All right. Now, I know people have had at least 3 things delivered to their home at this point. I mean, it could even be a pizza. All right, so number 5, or it could just be Amazon stuff, I know. Number 5, you're singing it wrong. Ruin the lyrics to the song with a few wrong words here and there. Example, that's me in the corner. That's me in a cockfight, losing to a pigeon. I know, that was pretty bad. But, you know, just give you a little, a little bit of that to, like, cleanse the palate after that silliness. Number 6. Are you ready? Number 6. If Dr. Fauci was a wrestler or baseball player, what would his walkout music be? I really think about that. He deserves it because he's a badass. So I want to know, what would you put some Fauci walkout music? And number 7, you can't make this shit up. Name something you heard in the news that would make a great album, movie, or story title, and what genre you expect. Here's an example. Alien DNA by Demon Seaman. Heavy metal, obviously. But they're donating all of their record sales to a good cause. But just so you know, those are real words we heard in the news. Okay? So I'm just telling you, you have an option there. Real things we heard in the news that can make good albums. Okay? Or titles to whatever, or movies, or whatever you want to say. A romance novel. All right. So we are going to just stay at it. I've been trying to just play good stuff from the vault. And, you know, this is a crazy one because I have a couple of versions of this one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the Around Again suite from Alpine Recess. And I'm going to see which version this is. But we're really going back. Alpine Recess at Gingerbread House 2001. How about that? We were pups. So this groove right here used to be a jam that we used to play courtesy of John Lowe, who let me carry it into this song later on. John Lowe, a good friend, where Sister Hazel started in his living room. That's another fact. But Left Hand Drive, me and Jesse Hooper formed that band. He later joined The Ordinary Way. And there it is. That was Alpine Recess, which came before Midnight Spaghetti. And that was at the Gingerbread House, the famous party house here in James Madison University. So we put the dent in the floor there, so don't tell nobody. But that was Alpine Recess parties. Good times in that building. And we're going back to 2001. Literally, we'd throw a microphone on the ground and an old school Alesis digital recorder, which we thought we were badasses, that one of our band members had once we could record our shows. And now I look back and the opportunity to capture and remember those. There's moments of people that are not around anymore that are in some of those recordings. Shout outs to people that we'll never be able to forget, but we get to hear it again. So many of the shows at that time mean something. Audio quality has progressed over the years, where even the simplest of the shows now sound really, really good. And we're all proud of that. But it is good to go back and just dive into some of those things and feel good about the past. So, along with that, we had a wonderful musician that has played over the years at Spaghetti Fest. I think everybody's been pretty good. So it's always picking out some good ones. But one of them that we thought was really, really cool was a lady named Christy Lene. And before we get to our answers for Fill in the Blanks, we're going to go on a little instrumental voyage, or voyage, whatever you want, however much you've been drinking. It's always proves how much beer I've had by this point of the night, as I can tell. So, now, of course... Now, Frozen in Time is my recording. We lost Christy Lene. We lost her. But we will... This is the kind of night I'm having, right? That's all right. So watch. It'll probably then want to play when it feels like it. So we'll just keep on. We're just going to go to Lona Navarro. Little Love from Lowen. And we'll be back with that Christy Lene track. What a night. What a night.
In this garden of
Phil Piano.
You know, like I said, sometimes the cooperation begins only the next go around, and sometimes it doesn't. So we just have to just keep on moving along. So that was great, Phil. Phil Piano. That was really hard to say his name because he has two Phils in his name. It would have been better if the fill in the blank with the Paul part, if it was Phil's, we would have had a Phil. Well, all right. The non-cooperation leaves me to just play something just as cool from another band. So, Love is Contagious, Red River Roller Coaster. We've been playing some serious music. Love is Contagious, Red River Roller Coaster.
Love is a feeling and it must be contagious, though we suffer greatly for the sickness. My struggle, my heart struggle. She said I need new clothes and I need something else, cause I'm tired of my life and I'm done with myself. And I said that's fine, I can understand. So I give her my hand. I said I got enough change to get us to those first couple tolls, but after that, well, I don't know. We'll be on our own, well, on our own. And after that, well, I don't know. Sometimes a promise just can't make a mistake, so we made our loving escape. Nowhere to go, we were on our own. We were on our own. Well, she said, I wanna know what makes this world go. I wanna know what makes this world run. And what are we running from? That's fine, but I can understand. So I give her my hand. And we got new clothes and we did something else, and we loved our lives, we loved ourselves, because love is a feeling and it must be contagious, though we suffer greatly for the sickness. It's what we do, it's why we cry. And if you don't believe me, just give it a try.
Red River Roller Coaster. You guys played Spaghetti Fest a couple of years, and Chris Howdy Shell, you are awesome. You know what? I don't give up. And hopefully you guys never give up either. This is Christy Lene. Breath of Spring instrumental. Awesome guitarist. We're going to come back with the fill in the blank answers.
The stars out there.
That was awesome, but I'm not ready to give you the last answers. So we're going to have to play some more good music. But we finally got our Christy Lene in. And, you thought maybe it would take enough time for me to get that one to work. We were diving deep into the vault tonight. And I do have some more answers to collect and get things ready. And then we will be right at reading our answers tonight. But, that's how I am. Cutting it right down to the wire. But, the show runs a little longer than usual. That's what we do. It's Season 7, Episode 9. That means that if you go listen to our replay player, if you want to call it that, or our... I don't know why I got all choked up right there. But we have the ability for you to listen to all the old shows backwards, meaning from the most recent episode all the way back to the first one I ever did of Spaghetti Fest Radio. And you will hear just a great collection of fun nights, even the classic St. Patrick's night that I drank a bottle of whiskey right here on air to celebrate all the fun stuff that we ever did. But while I'm getting the list together, I'm going to play some more music. And this is a way back track from Spaghetti Fest 10. So it was our decade of Spaghetti Fest marker. Great year for that. But what was cool about this is Alan Seitz, who's now working with the Judy Chops, was working, managing, and helping out a band called Steal the Prize. This is their set from Spaghetti Fest 10 on the second stage. And I'll be back with the fill-in-the-blank answers for real.
Sorry for me, should be on the main line in a courtyard in the sunshine with some vodka for my tonic and some woman for my wine. Or maybe in a big house with a few kids in a small town. Church on Sunday morning, make sure everybody's fine. Please feel sorry for me.
Thank you. We're still the prize. I'm just trying to get past last night. I'm still nervous from last night. I can't explain it. I can't explain it. Let me just chug this beer. Alan, this song's for you. Alan was abducted by aliens when he was 12 years old. No joke. He really was. He can tell you the story later. It blew my mind. That's good. That's great. Ready? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The stars really were just spaceships waiting. Well, we've been waiting too. They asked us if we realize what we are yet. Do we realize that we're you? And everything is just one big thing. We're all hearts, we're all bones, we're all brains. And everything is just one small thing. We're all the parts, we're all the whole, we're all the same. They said they'd show us how to leave our bodies. Said they'd show us how to leave our bodies. When they went, they left their ship behind for us to learn to use. Till the government got its hands on it, so it never even made the news. They tried to tell us how everything is just one big thing. We're all hearts, we're all bones, we're all brains, and everything is just one small thing. We're all the parts, we're all the whole, we're all the same. They said they'd show us how to leave our bodies. Said they'd show us how to leave our bodies. So we left our bodies.
Thank you. What's up, man? I'm slowly getting my ego back. My ego died again last night. I don't really know who I am, you know? But I'm remembering it now.
All right, well, I don't know about that story, but what was really intriguing there is now we know Alan Seitz was abducted by aliens when he was 12 years old. And I have something finally to ask Alan about. This is important information that he has never shared with us. We have been to Mexico together. We have been to Chichen Itza, and I have posted a picture of him at Chichen Itza with a spaceship above him. He never once mentioned that they had taken him once before. He should have shared that. But now, thank you for listening, everybody, as we are now on to the fill in the blanks of 810. All right, I'm done with the drums. That was fun. All right, so enough time. We are ready. The party is here. The fill in the blanks are ready to groove. We all know.
But at least.
That was just 20 sounds all at once. I was trying to make a weird thing go on there. But yes, we are ready for the fill in the blanks. And so number one, if you are listening, everybody, here are all your answers. It was blank was once blank, but now it is blank. Our first answer comes in at Walmart was once open 24/7, but now it is not. I think some of them still are, or did they change that because of COVID? I mean, everything you could just say because of COVID. But Walmart was open 24/7. Now it is not. Although I feel like it's open when I feel like going in the middle of the night. So I don't know. Not that I have to go there too often in the middle of the night. And right now, I'm avoiding Walmart as much as possible. There's a lot of people who don't wear masks there. All right. I didn't have to whisper that because you all already know if you've been there. 24/7, even when not open 24/7, people are not wearing masks. Bruce Jenner was once a decathlete and now is a lady. Yes, well, that is true. Is that happens? But couldn't you just be a decathlete no matter what you are, anyways? I don't know how that one. I think they're just trying to explain that once was a top male decathlete and now is competing to be a top female one in different ways. Maybe not. But we don't have anything against anybody who changes anything for their personal feelings. Follow your heart. That's what you do. Mushfoot. You know what it is. Midnight Spaghetti rules. All right. So, rap was once good, but now it is awful. Man, we were really lucky. We were really lucky that a generation was developing a kind of music that would have such a major cultural influence on all of us, no matter what walk of life. So we were spoiled because a lot of good came out, and we're in a cycle where some of us who might have listened to the original feel like there's a little downturn. But the only thing we can do is continue to respect expression, because Santana said it best: the music comes from the real people out in the streets, and if you listen, they're telling you how they feel. So we've got to love it all. It's just, yeah, I agree with you, though. It's not as good as it used to be. So as long as I go on that rant, I don't think it's as fun. But I don't want to sound old, so I'm just going to keep on searching for the people that are really good, which there are some out there, so you can't say all of it. Number two. Oh, actually, I still have some more on here. Beer was once cool, but now it is awesome. Yeah, I mean, it's an acquired taste, and, it just starts out as a thing you're just doing. But when you start really liking it, you like it. All right, so I'll give you a cheers to that one. Ding. And some, funky grooves on that. Yeah, I like that. See, that's the good stuff. All right, so what we're going to say is, what else? Blockbuster was where we got movies. And now it's Pornhub. Oh, wait. Were we supposed to say that? Oh, no. The person also said Netflix / Pornhub. But it's very intuitive of them to say, really, that's where all movies come from. Especially during the pandemic, it seems a lot of people are resorting to that kind of stream-free media. But you know what? Whatever floats your boat, yanks your chain, whatever you gotta do. All right, so we move to question numero tres. Numero tres. Oh, wait, no, I didn't even get to number 2 yet. You got some Pauls. Number 2, you got some Pauls to say that to me. Name as many famous Pauls as you can. All right, we've got Paul Rubens, Paul Simon, Paul McCartney, Paul Stanley, Paul Newman, Paul Rudd. I think Paul Rudd might be on everybody's list. Let's see. Paul Rubens on another person's list. Paul Bunyan. Holy shit, you get it for tonight. That is awesome. Paul McCartney also on the list again. Paul Bunyan is a great answer. One of the greatest cartoons ever. I was rooting for the guy. He fought his ass off. Him and Blue Ox, Babe. The old man with the freaking machine. Rage Against the Machine. Paul Bunyan was the first Rage. Okay? So I'm going on a Paul Bunyan rant, but I used to love when that shit came on Disney for me when I was a kid. That and Ferdinand the Bull. Two opposite kind of stories, but whatever. Where's the rest of our Pauls? Paul Revere. Don't forget Paul Revere. Don't forget Root Paul. That sounds like it. And yes, Paul Newman again. Pall Mall cigarettes. Does that count? I don't know, but it sounds like a Paul. So we've got all of our Paul answers in. And now, for real, numero tres. Cereal slogans. You guys know that cereal, they were just marketing the sugar like straight to your brain. Cereal slogans. Name as many cereal slogans as you can. And if there are any variations you remember people saying, dicks are for kids, like tricks are for kids. And once again, we are not trying to offend anybody, but we are just trying to remember the kids say stupid things and rhyme stuff. So I want to remember those good old days. So, no cereal slogans will pass us because we've got a lot. Ready? Let me see. I've got to get some great sounds. Yeah, all right, I'm ready to go because I got to get my sounds ready for this good stuff. This is going to be fun. Number 3, he likes it. Hey, Mikey. Oh, yeah. Yes, he likes it.
I squeeze every.
And that is really, in truth, the Mikey commercials, as the rumor was that he ate Pop Rocks and died. That did not happen. But Danny Tamborelli, bass player who has in times played with Midnight Spaghetti and bass player extraordinaire from Jounce, and the mighty Quacker himself. Quacker, like the mighty duck, okay? So just listen, remember, don't use the wrong words. But Danny Tamborelli himself, he definitely, he was part of that. All right, so let's continue here. Let's do some, if now you guys are going to look it up, I feel bad because I brought it up, but he was definitely in the commercials for Life cereal after Mikey supposedly disappeared. So now I know you guys are going to go look it up, and he's probably going to be like, "Why'd you tell everybody?" But if now you're going to remember, Danny was in those Life cereal commercials, after his Little Pete days. Oh, yeah. Give it up. So, we've got, how about this one? Brings out the tiger in you. I like that. Brings out the tiger in you. Ooh. Yeah, that sounds good. And what else we got? We got somebody who said, "Silly rabbit, trips are for kids." You're right. It wasn't only dicks. That was horrible. I should have put trips. That would have been more appropriate, but at least I got that one out of the way. And watch, many of you will be like, I never heard that other one. I don't know what you're talking about. So we have other slogans. Now, not all of them all gross, but yeah, some of them you don't even have to change. So I remember these and you will go, oh, right. But they already sound kind of weird. So, I mean, maybe we can just kind of say them and enhance them. So we've got, what you eating? Nuttin', honey. Stays crunchy, even in milk. Do you guys remember what that one was? That was Captain Crunch. All right. Here's another one. Kid tested, mother's approved. You know what that one was? That was Kicks. And one of the most famous ones, which kind of you could use anytime anybody says any kind of sound or onomatopoeia, you've got Snap, Crackle, Pop. And so another one, which I thought was kind of interesting, because Snap, Crackle, Pop and all these little ones, they start kind of getting like, what are they talking about? You know, you could be talking about recreational drugs for half of these. Follow my nose, it always knows. Yes, that is a straight schnozzle dazzle quote. Here's another one that sounds kind of drug related. We go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I mean, that's pretty close to going cuckoo for cocaine puffs. The Breakfast of Champions. How often do people talk about Breakfast of Champions involving tequila of some sort? Or just anything that they're drinking? All right. You guys, he likes it. Hey, Mikey. That was very popular in the answers people gave us tonight. And they're great. That's Tony the Tiger again. They had two slogans. It brings out the tiger in you. Meow. And they're great. It's amazing. You got two slogans. How many of them have two slogans? So they're magically delicious. Wow, magically delicious. That could be a lot of things you're talking about. All right, so there we go on the cereals, and we moving on. So we are gonna go to number 4, and this one you guys are probably confused. But I was thinking about with all the ways of delivery and all the things we knew historically, and jokingly, I'm always saying send a raven. And I was thinking about homing pigeons and things like this. And so I figured, imagine if we did not have the kind of world we've got. And in all these shows that you see fantasy on TV, they have like so much story, so much advanced experience, but in like medieval or kind of like dirty, weird times. And so it's like something as simple as like, you know, how they get somewhere or how they send a message is kind of dropped down to like a homing pigeon. Well, what we got with this one is we asked you guys to name 3 animals that can either run, swim, or fly. Anything with mobility and direction. And your first name and the last 3 things you had delivered to your home. So, in our fantasy world of where there are no vehicles and only the reliance on, I don't want to say beast of burden, but creatures that know their way, we know that we have some answers from our participants here. Was that it looks like our friend who did not tell us their name, but it could be anybody, and that's good. They want to stay anonymous. They had a deer deliver an Xbox component to their house. That's really nice. That's very nice. And apparently, one day upstream, they had a trout deliver the butt pad of a rifle. And I think that's great. You know, if you're going to have parts of a rifle delivered to you, you would love them to be delivered by Field and Stream by trout. It just seems fitting that a trout would deliver it. A deer kind of delivering an Xbox component. That's kind of cool. And ultimately, the last thing they had was owl. An owl delivered a knife. So, a fleet of, I don't know which one worked for whatever, but I suspect that deer worked for the Postal Service. The trout was FedEx, and the owl was FedEx, and the trout was probably UPS, based on their abilities. But that's good. All right. What do we have here? One of our good listeners has that they had a duck deliver a book to them. That's very nice. They must have a very active neighborhood because they've had tigers delivering their mail. That is just dangerous. I would just wait for them to come by, drop off the mail, then go get it. None of those courteous, hope you're having a good day and grab it from the hands of the mailman kind of moments. Those things that you kind of were excited for when you were a kid if the mailman showed up and you could grab it from his hands. And it looks like our good buddy Johnny had a hippo deliver him a stimulus check. Well, I can just guarantee that a hippo might have signed your stimulus check. No, I don't want to degrade hippos. But hippo delivering a stimulus check just seems convenient. Nice answer, Johnny. That is one of the winners of tonight. Let me see what else we got here. Well, it looks like somebody here had a chicken deliver them a microwave. How did the chicken, or why did the chicken cross the road to deliver a microwave? Zebras, definitely, as we talked about I found out in the news last week that zebras, apparently their striping prevents them from getting bit by as many flies as other animals. So they painted a bunch of cattle with stripes to test it out, and they were not getting attacked by flies as much. Pretty cool. So who knows? Maybe the next thing is a bunch of zebra cows. But moving on from that, it looks like the zebra was delivering incense to Becky's house. That's good stuff. And last week's wonderful man-bear pig, as usually those can be cited everywhere. Man-bear pig brought her mail this week. Thank you for... we're going to hope that you have one of those Nest video cameras or doorbells, or hopefully we have some option of being able to see your man-bear pig deliver that. Or any of you who had grocery delivery by the Chupacabra or anything like that, please submit your pictures. We do want to know how that went. But moving on from one of the weirdest questions we've ever put together for the show, is now number 5. You are singing it all wrong. So, what you're supposed to do is ruin the lyrics to a song with a few wrong words here and there. And our example was, that's me in the corner, that's me in a cockfight, losing to a pigeon. All right, and as we know, that would be a very different REM tune for sure. That is definitely not not the way it goes, but it sounds like it. So what we have here is, excuse me while I kiss this guy. Originally Kiss the Sky. Yes, you're right. And not only Kiss This Guy, and it says Method Man lyric, but if you remember in Cheech and Chong, when, and this is really funny, when Michael Winslow does his Jimi Hendrix impersonation, and he says, excuse me while I kiss this fly, and he grabs a fly out of the sky as Jimi Hendrix, kind of like when Jimmy used to grab the joint out of the sky or make it seem like he was doing that. So very classic Cheech and Chong reference there. So very good. I like that. And we're going to look at, let's see. There's a bathroom on the right. Instead of Bad Moon, you've got it. That is for sure. And I've got some other ones. Let's see what we've got here. Where's this? Jeremy smoking crack today. Wow. Wow, that's actually pretty good. I get it. Jeremy smoking crack today. I realize you're using Pearl Jam, and it might have been a sad story, but it does have a little way of it ringing like that. I do remember, if you see the famous like messing up the lyrics for the Pearl Jam song Yellow Ledbetter, when it says "Make me cry" or "Make it cry" for the drums, for the guitar solo. I'm messing this up bad. Love my beer. For the guitar solo, he says "Make it cry," but in the Ruined Lyrics videos, it says "Make me fries," and it shows a McDonald's worker making fries. And I've always thought that's really funny. So every time I've seen Pearl Jam or I'm listening to Yellow Ledbetter and he says "Make it cry," I always think "Make me fries" now. So you see, these things can be very kind of memorable as you do it. One that I remember was listening to DC 101, and I hope they're not going to sue me, but they had a parody way back. And I mean, listen, it's my show, so you guys know I'm not actually trying to make fun of any kind of politicians, especially on the side of maybe where I might lean. But this was very funny when they took the Sex and Candy song and changed it on DC 101 to go, "I think sex is dandy. Any intern handy." Ooh. So sex is dandy, any intern handy. And as you know, that was the Marcy Playground. I think sex is. All right. And obviously it wasn't I think. It was I like sex and candy. All right. So I have to admit, this one is me. I used to think that it was "Hold me close, I'm tired of dancing." I mean, in other words, I'm a little tired. Would you hold me up? And I got so made fun of, because you know where I learned that these lyrics were actually the name of the song Tiny Dancer? Oh, when I was actually watching Elton John perform it. Okay, I will just move on from that. But we also know that people think they say, "Hold me close, I'm Tony Danza." So it's not just me hearing things wrong. So many songs could be changed up. Yes, they could. Many songs. And now the last one is, or the last few we've got is number 6 for everybody. Number 6 is, if Dr. Fauci was a wrestler or a baseball player, what would his walkout music be? And I've got from different people. Here we go. "Man, it feels good to be a gangster." Yeah, that's awesome. "Bad Medicine." "Can't Touch This." Let's see what else people wrote. "Petty, Won't Back Down." Oh yeah, go get 'em, Fauci. And "Enter Sandman." Yeah, that's pretty badass for Fauci. And number 6. It's the end of the world as we know it. I don't know if he would approve of that, but I'm sure he's punk enough to like get the humor. That's awesome. That would be really great. All these would be great Fauci. "Bad medicine to cure my disease." Yeah, I mean, he's good medicine though. He's a good guy. But these are all funny. Good stuff. So, because of that, it is time for number 7. You can't make this shit up. Name something you heard in the news that would make a great album, movie, or story title, and what genre you expect. We gave the example Alien DNA by Demon Semen, a heavy metal band. And oddly enough, after I said that, we found out that Alan Seitz was abducted by alien at age 12. You know, he never mentioned this when he was on the show with me before, and especially when we did Are You a Vampire questioning, we should have asked him if he was an alien or abducted by aliens. But as we move on, we get everyone's answers. Number 7, Yosemite Delight. in the Thailand. Yes, it's a hip hop album based off of Trump's speech. Yosemite Delight and in Thailand. It's even hard to mess words up and make fun of the words he messed up by trying. It's really hard. This is hard to... Beer makes it harder, I can tell you that. I'm going to give you a ding every time just so you realize I'm cheersing myself. Social distancing. So, we've got shots outside the White House. Action thriller. Yeah, there were, shots outside. He just bolted out of the room, and then he comes back bragging that they shot somebody. They're all about business outside there for some stupid reason. They just want to take people out. Any perimeter of the White House, they were happy to knock someone down. Hummingbird hot tub. Wow. Yeah, that does sound good. Hummingbird hot tub bird. I like it. That is good. I don't know why, but hummingbird hot tub is almost as got a ring to it, just as good as hot tub time machine. What else we've got here is, well, it looks like those were all the ones we got from people. Is that it? Those are all good answers. So thank you everybody for participating, as you can't make this shit up. And it has been a wonderful episode tonight, and I got to play some more music. It has been a blast. So we are going to finish this off with good tunes. I dove into the vault tonight. We've always been trying to give you guys the most out of what we have here. So we continue to do that. And so because I want to play something new to you, we're just going to keep on diving random way back into the submissions of people from Spaghetti Fest past. And excitingly, we go back to the first headliner of Spaghetti Fest history, if we can. Oh, or not. Looks like we're going to have a little affirmative. You know, tonight's really weird. Things are just kind of like possessed on their own. I'll take affirmative. Spaghetti Fest Radio, this is episode 9. Thank you for participating with the Fill in the Blanks game. We've been having a great time telling you stories, sharing good music. Happy birthday, Kai Eason. And to everybody working really hard during these hard times in the pandemic, there are brighter times ahead. Affirmative says so. Spaghetti Fest Radio. friends, this is the end of our program tonight, but on a serious note, I just want to let you guys know that our hearts are with everybody in Stanton who experienced a lot of damage from the floods. And if you have anything that you can donate or give, or just a helping hand to anybody who's lost anything in Stanton, one of the wonderful cities close by, and all of our friends who live out there, we're thinking about you, and anything we can do, but if anything, just to give the word out. Please, if you can donate or if you can do anything, just even if you have them in your hearts right now, and reach out to a friend who might need somebody. And even now, all over the place, reach out to your friends. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next week, or in 2 weeks, rather. Sorry for the last episode of the season.